Hey, happy Video Friday. So I have two quick things in my video today. The first one is a bone to pick with readers, a little bit of a PSA, and I'm going to answer the number one question that I have gotten since I have released my new book because of her. So let's get to it. Okay, I'm not one to usually pick a bone with readers, and I've been very tolerant of this, and I don't know whether it's the holiday season or a lot of drama that's been going on in the book world, especially online, or if it's the fact that like there's a war going on in another part of the world, if it's just a combination of everything. Maybe it's a combination of everything that I kind of hit my breaking point with this particular topic. And this has been talked about so much in the book community, and I feel weird even bringing it up again, and I'm not doing it so that anybody starts a fight in the comments or that we pile on or anything like that. I'm just doing it because maybe I haven't talked about it, and therefore some of my readers think it's acceptable with me, and I know I'm being really vague here. So what is it? It's this. If you read one of my books, and maybe you're a huge fan of mine, but the book, you didn't connect with the book, or there were things you didn't like about the book, or whatever it is, that's fine. And that's normal. I write all over the place. I don't expect everybody to love every single one of my books. So if you feel the need to express those things that you didn't like about my book, then like phone a friend. If you need to do it in a more public way and you want to leave a bad review on Goodreads or Amazon, go do your thing. And I'm not saying they're always even bad reviews. Like sometimes this can be like the lukewarm, like somebody saying that they liked my book, and then they have these lists of things they didn't like the book or why it wasn't the best book for them. All of that goes to whatever, your phone a friend, it goes to your book buddy online, whatever you want to do that way, Amazon, Goodreads, put it there. Where I don't want it is in my inbox. I don't want it in a direct message to me. I don't have that thick of a skin. I am a very sensitive person. I'm not somebody who's like, I don't struggle with mental health issues. Luckily, I'm not somebody who has these triggers, but I'm just a kind, loving, sensitive person. So what I'm saying is I don't have a super thick skin. So if you jump into my inbox email or slide into my DMs or whatever you do with your opinion of my book that is not 100% positive, it ruins my day. And I'm not trying to be mean to anybody who maybe has done this. I have no ill will towards you, but I just want you to know, and I'm doing this because I'm not going to ever call somebody out by name, and I'm not going to respond to you either. And I'll get to that in a moment, but I'm just putting that out there so that you know that maybe you do feel bad that you ruin my day when you do that. And I guess I don't understand the purpose as to why you do that. So which leads me to that is I don't know how to respond to you. When I get a direct message, I feel like I need to directly respond. And I don't know if you expect me to apologize to you, if you expect me to pretend like I agree with you, which I don't, because I don't put out a book unless I absolutely love it. This is my creativity. This is my imagination. So I'm only putting out things that I love. Okay. So if you don't love it, that's okay. But I don't need to know that. It doesn't do any good. You're not on my beta reading team. I'm not going to change anything. And that's another thing. Am I supposed to pull the book and change it? I don't know how to respond to you. And I feel like there's like an expected response from me. And I'm not going to do that. So I don't want to get to the point where I have to block all the personal messages. I don't want to get to the point where I have to have somebody else read all my email before me. So I guess other authors have done it clearly a lot of times. So I'm doing it now. I don't need that. You don't need to tag me. And actually, I can actually deal with the tagging part as much because I don't always feel the need to respond if somebody tags me. I used to feel that way. I don't as much anymore. But the direct messages or an email, I feel like I need to respond, but I'm not going to. So just don't piss on my cereal. It's just that easy because I have a bad day. Even if 100 other people say great things about my book, the one negative thing is what sticks with me because I'm human and I can't apologize for being human because I just am. Okay. That being said, most everybody has loved this new release, and I'm just super thrilled because I was wanting to grab new readers, which I have grabbed so many new readers who have not read my Jack and Jill series or Out of Love or anything, and they're jumping into the series now, and I'm so excited about that. Remember, there's bonus content in this one, only on my website, only till the end of the year can you get this in paperback. If you want the bonus content and you have this and you have the ebook, you just need to scroll to the end of the ebook, and right after it says the end in the next paragraph, there's a link. You can go and get the bonus content. Or you'll be able to get it in my newsletter coming up here. Maybe it was even this week. I don't know. Anyway, that's that. I'm going to answer the number one question that people have had about this particular book since it's come out. I've answered this in multiple Instagram lives, so I'm just kind of putting this out here now to my YouTube audience or my newsletter subscribers who come here. And the question is, why is Frankie's point of view first person in the story, and why is Jackson's point of view through third person? 3 reasons. First of all, I want this to be a standalone, and so I wanted there to be the third person point of view to give the backstory for Jackson, to give enough of the backstory that new readers aren't lost or confused. And doing that through first person point of view means I have to stop the story. Anytime that you're doing a lot of internal monologue through first person point of view, the story stops. And readers like it when the story moves on. That's the flow. There needs to be flow, but all of this internal monologue stops the story. There's no action, nothing else is going on. And who sits around realistically and just randomly thinks about their past in a way of explaining it to somebody? Nobody does that. So it was going to be weird and awkward. Secondly, I wanted you to have some distance from Jackson's point of view. This was more Frankie's story and Jackson was part of it. It was like a way to give Jackson closure, but ultimately the idea for the story was all through the incident that happens to Frankie. So I wanted readers to get to know Jackson through his interactions with Frankie more than anything else. And I wanted that distance. I wanted you very personal with Frankie. That's why hers is first point of view. I didn't want you that way with Jackson, so that's why you don't get him first person point of view. The third reason is my Jack and Jill series is written in third person point of view. And I was hoping that I could get some new readers to start reading the story through Frankie's point of view, which is first person, jump into the part where there's the third person Jack, and maybe at first they're confused by it, but maybe I've hooked you at that point and you decide to go ahead and continue reading and you make it through the story and you're so curious about the rest of Jackson's story that you want to go back and read my Jack and Jill series, but you normally don't read third person point of view. But you decided that since you made it through because of her and you're super curious about Jackson and you're already invested in him, that you'll jump into my Jack and Jill series. And this has happened. I've already had some people contact me who don't read third person point of view, but they fell in love with, because of her, decided to jump into my Jack and Jill story, and they are loving it. And they're like, I don't even like third person point of view, but I'm in love with this story. Mission accomplished. Like, that's why I did it. Is that how it's going to be for everybody? No, but that's okay too. Anyway, it wasn't a mess up. I didn't accidentally forget which point of view I was supposed to be writing from. I'm not the first author to have written both first and third in the same book. So that's why I did it. I'm sure there's a lot of other questions, but that was kind of the main one that came up. Beyond that, love to everyone, even the people who send me messages about not liking my books. Love to you. I'm just gonna not let you have as much access to me because I don't need it. I'm going into the holiday season. I'm wanting the good vibes and the holiday cheer. The world is pretty heavy right now, so I'm gonna find myself a happy space here and really guard it. So that is it. I do have a surprise coming for you this coming Thursday, and I can't wait to share that. I'm so excited. I have something so pretty to show you, and have a wonderful weekend. Love to everyone. Be patient, be kind, all that good stuff. Bye. Bye.